Hello everyone, a very good evening. So, how are you all doing? Well, I'm sure that you all must be excited for today's session. Yes? So, yes, Ananya ji, good evening. Prasun, hello ma'am, good evening. Yes? All right, we have Parth here, Tanisha, audio perfect, thank you. Prasun, yes. Ananya ji, we are good, ma'am. Great. Charvi is here. Good evening, ma'am. Very excited. Yes, I am excited too. Ananya ji, how are you, ma'am? I am good too. Thanks for asking. Madhura Shri Subramanian, good evening, ma'am. Rudra Lakhani, good evening. Arshdeep Kaur, hello. Yes. Utkarsh, hello, ma'am. Yes. Deepak is here. Aditi, hi, ma'am. Avneet Kaur. Yes. Rashi Tiwari, ma'am, how are you? I'm good, Rashi. BGS Army, ma'am, you're the best teacher in maths. I love you. Thank you. Vijay Patil, good evening, ma'am. All right, Sonali Day we have here. Just visualize. Archit Chaudhary. Pallavi. I'm good, Pallavi. How are you doing? Ashwarya, happy to see you. Avneet, very interested for this session. All right, so I'm visible and audible to all of you, right? All right, first of all, a very warm welcome to yet another wonderful session. So this session is different from the previous ones, you all know that. So my name is Khushbu, you all know that as well, and I teach mathematics, that also you know. But that's all you know about me, right? But today you have a chance to know more about me. So you can ask me whatever questions you have in your mind, but make sure that those questions are not related to mathematics, right? Because we are not going to study today. We are just going to talk to each other, right? So before you ask me questions, let me just tell you something about me. So well, I started teaching around 13 years ago. So I have around 13 years of experience. So I started teaching very early. Like I remember I was in, I think, first year of my college when I started teaching. So when I used to come back from college around, I would say 4:30 p.m. So I used to take a half an hour break and then I used to teach students who used to come to my place. But till that time, I wasn't into full-fledged teaching, I would say, right? So yes, so I remember that in that time, after that, when I finished my college, I joined an institute. I worked with them, and after that, I started working with an online platform. It's an online education platform, that's eVidyarthi. All of you would have seen my videos on eVidyarthi. So I got very popular after that. And after that, I started my own coaching center. I was working with the institutes also. And my routine used to be like very hectic. Like I used to start teaching at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the classes used to get over by 11 in the evening. I still remember, I'm not talking about the previous year, not the pandemic year, the year before that when we used to have offline board exams. I remember that students used to message me late in the night around 2-3 o'clock that ma'am, they used to solve sample papers because next morning they have their exams. So obviously you are very stressed out, and generally students, what they do is they have this habit of studying before the exam, right? We also used to do that. So they are messaging me late night that ma'am, please just tell if this answer is correct or not. And I remember that even I couldn't used to sleep properly because I used to be stressed out as well. And I'm telling them, okay, this is the right answer. I'm sending them the right answers, checking their answers late night also. So, you know what used to happen with me, even if it was my student's exam, I used to feel like it was my exam. All right, so I remember that, honestly speaking, when I finished my school, I was a child who had no goal in life. I used to see my friends and I used to feel that, wow, they are so organized. I mean, they already know what they want to do in future. Like in grade 10th, by 9th, when you are in 9th or grade 10th, you are very clear about this thing. Like this thing is very clear in your mind, what you want to do in your, what you want to pursue as your career. But I was a child who wasn't clear about this thing. But I took science in grade 10th. I had PCMB. I just took it because I was good at studies, but I was not good in all the subjects. Honestly speaking, I was really bad at Hindi. I remember that when I was in grade 10th, the exam used to be for 100 marks, and I got exactly 50 out of 100. I was really bad at it. Though I can speak Hindi really well, I can write it as well. My spellings and all are always correct. They always used to be correct. But when it comes to writing the letters and paragraphs and all, so I couldn't do that. But I was good in other subjects, so I opted for that subject. But I had nothing in my mind why I'm taking science. So see, I have seen that it happens with students. It happened with me as well. But after that, as I told you, when I was in college, I was teaching simultaneously, but that wasn't a full-fledged teaching. So gradually, when I got into this thing, but still, I knew one thing that I remember that when I used to talk to my friends regarding this, that what you want to do in future, I used to be like, I want to be independent, but I was very clear about one thing, that I don't want to be a teacher. This is one profession that I would never think of as my career. I was very clear about it. So sometimes people ask me that how you became a teacher, what actually inspired you, why did you become a teacher? See, what happened is that when I started teaching, the response that I got from students, the love and respect that I got from them, that actually made me feel that this is what I was actually good at, and this is what actually I should pursue as my career. So that actually, drive me that I should pursue teaching as my career. So this is one reason that I am a teacher today. So teaching is one thing that I'm really passionate about. I really love doing it, but this is not the only thing that I like. So I love exploring the different places, because I feel that there is always a thrill to do something new. You get to know a lot of new people, you get to know their language, culture, and especially food. Isn't it amazing to see the wonders of world and mankind? And I feel that whenever you travel, you always get to learn something new with every travel. Now, I think that I have been talking for a while now. It's time that I should take some questions from you. I'm sure that you would have some questions for me as well. Badal Kumar, ma'am, आपको कभी स्कूल में punishment मिली है? Yes, absolutely. I was a student like you only. Umar Anis, what was your percentage in 10th and 12th boards? I scored good. I don't remember the exact percentage, but I scored good marks. I was good in studies, but I was a child who had no plans in life. Honestly, I had no goal in my life. Yes. Ma'am, from which state do you belong? Parth, New Delhi. What are your hobbies? I just told you, I love exploring different places. Yes. Yes. Ma'am, have you ever tried calligraphy? No, never. Yes. All right. So I think that I have answered most of the questions. Abdullah, ma'am, your favorite subject apart from maths? Apart from maths, I think I like science. Yes. बादल मैम, आपने किसी को मुर्गा बने देखा है? Yes, many times. Yes. Parth, do you like singing? Yes, I do. Umar Anis, tips for students entering grade 9th. See, till grade 8th, I know that, things change when you enter class 6, because 6 to 8, we say that the pattern is almost similar, right? When you enter grade 9, things drastically change for you, right? So if I talk about maths, I would just suggest you that don't be scared, because I know there is a jump in syllabus when you enter grade 9. Just stick to the syllabus that is provided by the board. Only those books are sufficient. Just practice, because only practice can make a man perfect, right? All right. All right, any more questions? Yes. Unknown. Ma'am, which languages do you know? Well, I know English, I know Hindi. I can speak English well, I can speak Hindi well. I know Punjabi as well, because I belong to a Punjabi family. So I can understand Punjabi. I can speak Punjabi a little bit, but not really well. And French also I know a little bit. Yes. Pranav, ma'am, do you like playing games? Not really, not really. Charvi, if not a teacher, what would you be? Charvi, I just told you, I was a person who had no goals in life, honestly. I had no plans. So I don't know if I hadn't opted for teaching, what I would have done. I never even thought about it. So once I started teaching, I I remember that I got so passionate about my profession. I became a workaholic. Vishal, remember, how are you in French? Not really good. I just know a little bit of it. Yes. Ma'am, please use Hindi also in your lectures. All right, sure, I'll do that. Favorite color? Favorite color, I would say maybe it's black. Yeah. Because and many times I've seen that students ask me, even in the sessions when I take, students ask me, how do you prepare for the sessions? But during the sessions, we don't have that much time to address these questions because we are so much into teaching that time, right? You are in a different mode in that time. So when it comes to preparation, see, it's been so many years that I have been teaching. So I would say that I do not really prepare for the session. But yes, what I ensure is that I go through the PPT once, that I ensure that everything is in place. And another thing is, I ensure that whatever questions we have in the PPT, they should cover the concepts of the chapter that we are discussing thoroughly. And whatever questions I pick up, they should be good from examination point of view. So, and one very important thing that I always try is that whatever I explain, that should be understandable by each and every student in the class. Even you would have seen in my sessions also, whenever someone says, ma'am, I'm not able to understand this, I would go back and explain that to you. Even if you ask that question to me multiple times, I would do that. So I try my level best to make that session fruitful for you, because you are also taking out your valuable time to watch the session, right? Sakina, ma'am, you took Sanskrit in your boards. How you managed? Yes, I had Hindi, I had Sanskrit as well. I remember, I think we used to have 6 subjects, I think. I don't really remember properly, I think. And one was our additional subject. So Hindi was my additional, because I told you I was not good at Hindi. So Sanskrit was one of my main subjects, and I was good in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is easy one, right? You don't have to write big answers. You don't have to write big paragraphs in that. The answers are really small. All right, Deepak, favorite food? Well, I'm a foodie. I cannot tell you about my favorite food, but if you ask me vegetarian or non-vegetarian, yes, I prefer non-vegetarian. Yes. Papiya Das, ma'am, do you like drawing? Oh, no, I don't. I was really bad at it. I still remember one incident, like when now that you have asked me, there was my drawing teacher. I was in, I think, maybe grade 5th or grade 6th. So I was doing my drawing paper. I was drawing something. So all of a sudden she came, and I was sitting on the first bench. So she said that she saw that I was drawing something, and she said, if you draw tiny, I will give you tiny marks. Jayamani, stationaries, are you passionate for dancing? Not really, but yes, I do like dancing. Gangster Tech, do you like cricket? No, I do not. And sometimes, many times students ask me, ma'am, what fears do you have? What actually scares you? So if I think about it, the biggest fear that I have is cockroaches. Yes, that's my biggest fear. But honestly, I have fear from all the insects. And I remember one very funny incident. Once, I think I was in college that time. I was traveling in metro, and there was this lady standing next to me. She was busy doing something on her phone. So I just saw a grasshopper was on her shoulder, and I just started screaming. Everybody was like, "What happened? What happened?" And when I said it was a grasshopper, they started laughing at me, and that was a very funny and embarrassing moment for me. Yes. So people ask me that, have you ever tried overcoming your fear? See, my fear of insects, I could never overcome that. And I think that I would never be able to overcome it. Yes, you have questions for me. Papiya Das, ma'am, do you like chess? Yes, I do. I used to play chess a lot when I was small. Yes. Ravel Singh, ma'am, please speak Punjabi, ma'am. I also belong to Punjab. Super excited to hear Punjabi from you. Punjabi, okay. See, I can't speak Punjabi really well, but I can speak a little bit of it. Umar Anis, do you have fear with lizards? Yes, absolutely. They are very creepy. अर्चित चौधरी, आपको 3 wishes मिले तो आप क्या मांगोगे? 3 wishes. Honestly, I can't think of exactly 3 wishes, but yes, I can say that I just want me and my family to be satisfied and happy always. Yes. Parth, favorite place in India other than New Delhi? See, I have traveled a lot. So if you ask me other place in India other than New Delhi, I would say that's Manali. I like that a lot. Yes. Yes. Ashwarya, favorite movie? I am really fond of watching movies, but I cannot take name of any one movie. But yes, I can say that I love watching horror movies, and that too late at night when all the lights are switched off, but I need someone with me. And I love watching thrillers, mystery, but I cannot take the name of any particular movie. I can't really think of it. All right, and sometimes I have seen that students ask me like, ma'am, please share any incident of your childhood, any funny or embarrassing incident if you have. So I remember that when I was in school, when I was very small, maybe grade 3, grade 4, till grade 5th, I would say, I used to be a very quiet child in class. I had so many friends, I used to talk with them a lot, but I used to be a very, very sharif bacha in front of my teachers. So whenever we used to have a parent-teacher meeting, my teachers used to tell my mom that she doesn't speak in class, she's a very quiet child. But gradually, as I grew up, and I remember that and then when we used to have a parent-teacher meeting, my teachers used to tell my mom that she's so talkative. She doesn't, she doesn't stop. Every time she's talking to her friends. So these kind of changes I have seen in myself. Yes, Sharif Bacha. Yes. Yes, just visualize. Ma'am, which degree you pursue? Well, I have done MSc in mathematics. Yes, Janvi. You wanted me to call out your name? Archit Chaudhary, favorite web series? I have watched a lot of web series, but I really can't think of any particular name right now. Yes. Papiya Das, ma'am, do you have fear with darkness? Not really, not really. Umar Anis, traveled Uttar Pradesh? Yes, I have, yes. Badal, I don't believe that you know about Murga punishment. Well, I have seen a lot of this when I was in school. Sakina, my teachers in my childhood will be like, wherever I make her sit. Sorry, I couldn't read the entire comment. Chanda, ma'am, are you from E-Vidyarthi? Yes, yes, absolutely. I worked with E-Vidyarthi before. Ma'am, which country? Sorry, I couldn't. Purushottam, ma'am, traveled Maharashtra. Yes, once I have traveled, yes. Akshara, favorite book? See, Akshara, I'm not really fond of reading books. Yes. Any more questions? Aryadeep, which is your favorite subject and why? I'm your math teacher, so anyways, I would say that math is my favorite subject. AK Learning, which country you visited? Well, I have visited Singapore, Malaysia, and I have traveled to Dubai once. You traveled Maldives, Archit? No, no. Never got a chance to travel Maldives. Yes, any more questions? Umar Aziz, ma'am, do your mom scold you? My mom scolds too much. Yes, my mom used to be so strict with me when it comes to studies. I remember one incident that when our exams used to start, so 1 month before, we were not supposed to watch TV, and I was really fond of watching TV. As I told you, I was really fond of watching movies because my mom used to teach me. So 1 month before, our routine was like completely different. We were not supposed to go out, we were not supposed to play. So whole day she used to make us study actually. Yes. Any more questions? Aryadeep, do you like physics? Yes, I do like physics. I told you, I like science. After maths, I would say that science is my favorite subject. Maharshi, are you married? Yes, I am. Yes. Topics, which is your favorite in maths? Favorite topic? See, in maths, favorite topic, I can't tell you the name of one topic, but yes, I think I like trigonometry. Algebra also. Algebra, I like algebra a lot. Yes. Native place, New Delhi. Yes. All right. Ma'am, any more questions if you have? Bhavya, calculus. Yes, calculus is also very interesting. Even I also find it interesting. Charvi, ma'am, who scolded you more? Your teachers or your parents? I would say that in the initial years of my childhood, my parents used to scold me, and after that my teachers. My teachers never scolded me, but yes, they always used to say that you're very talkative, because I was good at studies. But I would not say that I was brilliant, but yes, I was good. I was a disciplined child. Akansha, ever traveled Karnataka? No, never got a chance to travel Karnataka. Umar Anis, fake friends, no friends. Obviously, no friends. Why? Why would you like fake friends, right? All right, now it's time that we talk a little deeper, right? Many times I've seen that people ask me that what kind of future leaders will help our nation move into a better reality. So I feel that leadership is basically influence, right? It's nothing more or nothing less. So if you can inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more and become more, then I would say that you are a good leader in that case. And I remember that somebody asked me in some session that, ma'am, how BYJU'S has helped you in your journey. So see, it's been 13 years since I've been teaching. So when I joined BYJU'S, I learned a very good thing. See, BYJU'S is synonymous with creativity. So I would say that learning uses creativity, and creativity leads to think, and that thinking, that provides you knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. This is what I have learned when I joined BYJU'S. Umar Aziz, burger or pizza? Oh, I would prefer both. Yes. Chitra Moni, how to make maths interesting? See, maths, I would say it's a crystal clear subject, right? See, whenever you try a question, I would say that keep trying it. Do not look at the answer until you get the right answer. Try it 5 times, 6 times, 7 times until you get the right answer. I did the same thing. Since beginning, I was not a very good student. Even I practiced it a lot, right? After all this, I have reached here. So once you start getting the right answers, once you start getting good marks, that subject automatically becomes interesting for you. It happens. Ma'am, were you a topper? I used to be in the top 3 in my class, but as I told you, I wasn't good in all the subjects, right? Like Hindi. Hindi was my weakness. How did math become your favorite subject? Math was never my favorite subject, I would say. Actually, what used to happen was, when I was in maybe grade 8th or 9th, I remember that because my mom used to teach me, and when it comes to studies, she used to be really strict with me. And I used to be always ahead of class, especially in maths and science. So I remember that when my teacher was busy doing something else, so generally what teachers do, they would give you some work to do, right? But she used to ask me, Khushbu, do you know how to solve these questions? I used to say yes. So she used to say, okay, you come and explain to the students. And a very interesting thing here is students were able to understand. So that made me think that, really, am I really that good in explaining things? So that's how I started liking maths. Hobby, I told you I like exploring different places. Ma'am, have you traveled outside India? Yes, I have traveled Singapore, Malaysia and Dubai. Just told you. All right, so parting thoughts for now. Yeah. So I would just like to give you a small piece of advice that you should know how to handle. Not only how to handle the success, but you should know that how to handle the failures as well. Because I feel that success and failures both are a part of our life, right? And we have to face numerous challenges in every aspect of life. So instead of making the problems our captain, I would say that we should be the captain ourselves, so that we can defend all the odds and be successful in life. And one very important thing that I have learned from my experience is that never ever give up in life. See, if you have any goal in your life, right? If you have think about it, if you have that okay, I want to do this. This is my goal in life. So never ever give up. You should have unshakable determination. All right. So seriously, I really enjoyed this session today, and I hope that you have enjoyed this session too. Yes? Come on, quickly, tell me in the chat window. Have you enjoyed this session? Umarunis, whom you love more, mom and dad? Be honest. I love both of them equally. Yes. Ma'am, do you know Bengali? No, I don't. Yes. Any more questions? Karthik Nair, yes. Siddha, yes. Nature's love, yes. Yes. All right, so you have enjoyed this session too. All right, guys, I'll see you very soon in the upcoming session. So it's time to bid farewell to you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.